Coming from where we come from, having the world at our fingertips, I think it has, I guess, shaken us to the core. Things could be true, things could be lies, because we gotta travel, we gotta go places, we gotta be out. But sometimes the noise just gets so loud.
Yandy and Mendeecees are finally in the same room, having the conversation both of them have spent a significant amount of time avoiding. On this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13, the two sit down without their children present, without distractions, and without the ability to keep moving past what has been building between them. 20 years of shared history, a home, a family, a public journey through incarceration, rebuilding, and growth, has arrived at its most uncertain point. The cracks in this marriage are no longer something either of them can move around.
I want to sit and talk to my husband away from the kids because I just feel like we have been moving really fast and not able to really have this conversation that I think we've both been avoiding for some time.
Yandy makes a deliberate choice to sit down with Mendeecees away from the children. The decision to remove the kids from this conversation is intentional. She is not looking for a surface-level exchange. She is looking for the real conversation, the one that has been sitting underneath the day-to-day movement of their lives for an extended period of time. Both of them have been in motion, traveling, working, maintaining public lives, and that constant movement has served, whether intentionally or not, as a way to avoid addressing what is actually happening between them. Mendeecees walks into this conversation with a single, clear emotional state. He does not dress it up or soften it. When asked how he is feeling, his answer is immediate. Not good, not good, not good at all. He follows that by stating directly that he is angry. Well, there's no ambiguity in how he is entering this room. The anger is not directed at a specific incident in isolation. It is the accumulated weight of everything that has been unfolding publicly and privately around their marriage. Yandy then reveals something that reframes the entire emotional stakes of the conversation. She was building their dream house. She had their future mapped out in full detail, a plan she had been carrying and working toward for 6 years. And within that plan, there was no alternative scenario. She states this with complete clarity.
I was just building our dream house. I had our future planned out already 6 years ago. I had no plan B, I promise you. I had no plan B.
That absence of a plan B is not a minor detail. It represents the totality of Yandy's investment in this marriage. She did not build a contingency because she did not believe she would ever need one. The dream house, the future, the life she was constructing, all of it was built on the assumption that this marriage was permanent. Sitting across from Mendeecees now, in this conversation, that assumption is being directly challenged for the first time. Mendeecees puts into words what has been operating underneath their relationship for an extended period. He describes the position they are both in. Public figures with significant reach, people who have to travel, who have to be present in the world, who cannot simply disappear into a private life. With that visibility comes noise. Blogs print stories, photos circulate, and narratives form without their input or consent. Some things are true, some things are not. But the volume of that external noise has reached a point where it is actively interfering with their marriage. Yandy responds to this with a line that identifies the core breakdown between them. She is not disputing that the noise exists. She is saying something more specific and more damaging than that.
Your voice hasn't been louder than the noise to me.
This is the precise communication failure at the center of their marital crisis. Mendeecees, as her husband, his actual presence, his words, his voice in her life, has not been able to cut through the external volume surrounding them. The blogs, the rumors, the public speculation have collectively become louder than the man she is married to. That is not a small problem. That is a structural failure in how they have been operating as a couple, and Yandy names it without flinching. She follows this by describing what daily life has become for her. She wakes up tired. Not occasionally, but consistently. She cannot sustain living in a state of constant exhaustion and emotional depletion. Her reasoning is connected directly to her children. She needs to be the best version of herself in order to raise her children into the best versions of themselves. The marriage, in its current state, is preventing that.